of course, we're only going to hear positive things from James Gunn. We're only going to hear positive things from DC Studios and Warner Brothers. The reality of Supergirl's absolute disaster at the box office has been confirmed, reconfirmed maybe for a lot of people with its second weekend that we just had this past 4th of July weekend. And as you take a look at these numbers, and we're going to get into some of the others a little bit more, and it spells, I was going to say doom, but at the very least, a massive problem going forward for DC and for James Gunn, whose contract is up at the end of 2027. It took more than 2 weeks because there was actually a readjustment. It went back down, but it has finally topped $100 million globally. Globally, more than 2 weeks or 2 weekends into its run. It is very, very likely that Supergirl does not even hit $200 million, maybe not even $150 million worldwide on a budget estimated around 170, $180 million with another 100 million plus in marketing. So if we are to be conservative, we take that 170, right? The standard, if you don't have the marketing numbers, is 2.5 times. What's 170 and 170? It is 340. 340 and what? 85. So that's 425 minimum. From everything I've seen with marketing numbers and so forth, we are looking more likely at $500 million to $600 million just for this movie to break even. Because as bad as that top number is, the 101 million worldwide after 2 weekends, the drop off says it's not going anywhere further. In fact, in weekend number two, Supergirl came in fourth. It came in fourth. It grossed $1.138 million. I'm sorry, that I was looking at the wrong one. But again, came in fourth. That's the point I wanted to make. Behind Young Washington. Okay. And if we back this up, I want you to see something because this is really important. All right, here we go. Domestic box office July 3rd, the second Friday for Supergirl, came in fourth, more than doubled up by Young Washington, which appeared on 900 fewer screens. Okay, the theater average per screen for Supergirl, $1,001. For Young Washington, $2,788 per screen. And it didn't get any better. It lost. It stayed in fourth all weekend long. Came in fourth on Saturday, down 77% from the previous weekend. Finished behind Toy Story. Young Washington actually moved up to the number 2 spot. It has been an absolute disaster all the way through for Supergirl. And as you can see here, the 76.8% decline, the number 4 biggest drop from opening weekend ever for a comic book movie, and number 2 for DC. Lowest second weekend for theatrical exclusive DC films since 2006. Supergirl's 8.6 million. Shazam! Fury of the Gods 9.5 million. Blue Beetle at 12.8, and The Flash at 15 million. Now it was also above Wonder Woman 84, which was a disaster, but they were released in theaters and HBO Max because of the whole, Corona thing going on at the time. Now check this out. Comic book movies top 10 all-time biggest second weekend drops. The sequel to Joker, which everyone absolutely hated. The Marvels, Steel, which was in limited release, and then Supergirl at 76.8%. Morbius held better. The Flash held better. Craven the Hunter held better. The Suicide Squad and Dark Phoenix tied at a 71.5% drop. Hellboy 2 and Quantum Mania. And for DC Films, the second drop, it is all look at these all these films. Look at all these films and their drops, and all the way down to next to last for Supergirl. Absolutely insane. And then we have, let's see if I have it right here. Okay, I gave you the total number. You see it here. Supergirl DC Studios. This is kind of what I alluded to in the beginning. Goss is confident in strategy despite film opening below expectations. This film, very possible it loses a couple $100 million at the box office. It is dead in the water. Like I said, 200 million would absolutely be shocking at this point if it's even in the theaters long enough to do so. At the very least, this will change plans going forward. Man of Tomorrow, we know already has been. I think it's well into filming. I don't think you're going to change that, but you may see a very big direction shift following that. And the big question I think that is going to be asked, if anyone cares, at the top of James Gunn is not so much that the movie lost money. We know Superman did not do nearly as well as a lot of people want us to believe. It also, well, what maybe around break even, but a lot of people like to pretend it made a lot of money. It didn't. Is James Gunn's choices. You look at what you have in your arsenal at DC. And again, I probably should have stated this at the beginning because a lot of people don't watch the entire video, but I'm a DC fan. I want to see it successful. It makes no sense, and it's no shade at the character, but Supergirl, never really a hugely popular character. It made no sense for this to be the follow up to Superman when you look at the other characters that you have. And I know they decided to go with the Green Lantern with their streaming. I'm not sure I agree with doing that, but you had Green Lantern, multiple Green Lanterns. And I know you got a little bit of it in Superman. But again, so why not maybe follow up with that? Why not maybe follow up with Guy or Green Lanterns in general? Wonder Woman, I mean, come on. Batman, come on. I know you can say, oh, well, these were the characters that they started with in the other one. Does it matter? How do you have a successful DC comic book movie run? How do you have a DC universe without an emphasis on characters like Batman and Wonder Woman that have been leading the DC forever? You've gotta figure that stuff out. I mean, I don't understand how you don't lead. I don't care that Zack Snyder did it. I don't understand how you don't lead with the biggest, most popular characters that you have, and you get them out there, and you set up your universe. Forget the quality of the movie itself. That's a whole nother topic. Obviously, people are rejecting it. But why are you running why was this not a Wonder Woman movie? If you wanna make it about a female lead, great. Why was it not a Wonder Woman movie? Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. By the way, let me know if you even saw it or you plan on seeing it. Are you going to see it if it hits when it hits streaming? Let me know in the comments. What do you want to see next? We know we're going to get Mana tomorrow. We know we're going to get Clayface. What do you want to see after that? Let me know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later.